Have you ever said something about somebody in a broken bar only to realize they were standing right behind you? Well, that's exactly what happened to Maya, the shy intern who never imagined one small mistake at a company dinner would change her entire life. Maya had always been quiet, the kind of girl who preferred blending into the background rather than standing out. Fresh out of college, she had just started her internship at Harrington Co., one of the city's biggest firms. She was smart, hardworking, and passionate but painfully shy. Every day she reminded herself, just keep your head down, do your work, and survive these 6 months. So when the company announced their annual gala dinner, Maya almost didn't go. The idea of dressing up and making small talk with people she barely knew filled her with dread. But her mentor, Clara, insisted. Networking matters, Maya. You never know who might notice you, Clara had said with a smile. Maya reluctantly agreed. That evening, she wore a soft blue dress, simple but elegant, and arrived early, clutching her invitation nervously. The hotel ballroom sparkled with chandeliers, laughter, and clinking glasses. She took a deep breath and looked for the intern's table. But in her nervous haze, she misread the sign. Instead of sitting at table 21, she sat at table 12, at a VIP table reserved for top executives and special guests. Maya didn't realize it. She just thought it was odd that everyone around her seemed a broken bar older, more confident, more expensive looking. But no one said anything. The seats were half empty, and she figured she might as well stay. A waiter approached with a tray of drinks, and she reached for water, almost spilling it on the white cloth. Her hands trembled as she adjusted her napkin. She whispered to herself, "It's fine, just blend in. Smile and don't talk too much." Then a tall man in a sharp black suit sat next to her. His presence was magnetic, broad shoulders, calm eyes, and a quiet authority that filled the space. Maya gave a polite smile. "Hi, I'm Maya," she said softly. He nodded, smiling slightly. "Nice to meet you, Maya. I'm Daniel." Simple, confident. The kind of man who didn't need to say much. As dinner began, Maya started to relax. The food was delicious, the music soothing. For a moment, she forgot her anxiety until someone mentioned the CEO. "Mr. Harrington's running late again," one of the guests said. "Classic him. Always overworked." Maya sighed without thinking. Tell me about it." "He's the reason we interns nearly lost our weekend. We had to stay late because of some last-minute presentation. Honestly, I don't get why someone so powerful can't manage time better." A few people at the table chuckled. Daniel, sitting quietly beside her, raised an eyebrow but said nothing. Maya continued, nervously laughing. "I mean, I'm sure he's nice and all, but he could try to be a bit more considerate of the people at the bottom, you know." Then the room went silent. Someone tapped a glass. "Ladies and gentlemen," the mic announced. Please welcome our CEO, Mr. Daniel Harrington. Maya froze. Her heart stopped. Slowly, she turned to the man sitting beside her, the man she just complained about. Daniel smiled politely, stood up, and walked to the stage. "Thank you for being here tonight," he began, his voice calm and confident. But when his eyes briefly met hers across the table, there was a spark of amusement in them. Maya wished the floor would swallow her whole. The rest of the night was a blur. She avoided his gaze completely, her cheeks burning. When the dinner ended, she bolted toward the exit but then heard a voice behind her. "Leaving so soon, Maya?" She turned. Daniel stood there, his expression unreadable. "Yeah, I'm so sorry, sir." "I didn't mean," she stammered, mortified. He chuckled softly. "You're honest. I like that." She blinked in shock. "You a broken bardo?" He nodded. "Most people never tell me what they really think." "You did it without knowing who I was." "That's rare." Maya didn't know what to say. He continued, his tone kind but firm. "You were right, by the way. I've been too focused on work. Maybe I forget sometimes how it affects everyone else. So, thank you for the reminder." Her jaw nearly dropped. "You're not a broken bar, man." Danielle smiled. "Why would I be?" Constructive criticism is a gift, especially when it's honest. He paused. "But maybe next time, make sure you know who you're talking to." They both laughed. Over the next few weeks, something unexpected happened. Danielle started noticing her more during meetings, presentations, and hallway conversations. He'd often ask for her opinion, gently pushing her to speak up. "You have good ideas, Maya," he'd say. "Don't hide them." At first, she thought he was just being polite. But gradually, her confidence began to grow. She started volunteering for projects, sharing her thoughts, even leading small teams. Her colleagues noticed the change too. The shy intern was slowly becoming someone people listened to. One afternoon, Daniel called her into his office. "Maya," he said, "I'm impressed. You've come a long way since that dinner." She smiled shyly. "I've been trying." He leaned back, thoughtful. "I'm offering you a full-time position after your internship ends. You've earned it." Maya's eyes widened. "You mean a broken barmy?" "Really?" He nodded. "Yes. You've got potential and you're not afraid to speak the truth. That's the kind of person this company needs." Tears welled in her eyes. "Thank you, Mr. Harrington." Danielle smiled warmly. "Just Danielle, please." Months later, Maya stood at another company event, this time not as a nervous intern, but as a confident team leader. When new interns arrived, she made sure they felt welcome, especially the quiet ones. As she looked across the room, Daniel caught her eye and gave a small nod, an unspoken reminder of how far she'd come. Ending message: sometimes, life's most embarrassing mistakes become turning points. Maya's story reminds us that confidence isn't about never making mistakes, it's about learning, growing, and daring to speak up even when your voice shakes. And maybe, just maybe, the person you think least of a broken bar could be the one who sees the best in you.